Hello class, this is Salvatore Lenzo, and this is the first video in a series of videos for the Excel DSS project. What you'll need for today is Microsoft Excel locally installed, and it's available for both Mac and PC, or Microsoft Excel on a Porto. And the link to a Porto is right there on the screen, loyola.aporto.com. The Microsoft Excel that you could find on the inside Loyola page will not work because you will need to use the data analysis tool pack, which is not available in that version. But the locally installed version of Microsoft Excel for both Mac and PC, as well as the Microsoft Excel on a Porto, will have this feature. And then finally, you need access to the NASDAQ. And the web address is right there, www.nasdaq.com. We have two steps in today's video. The first is download the stock data, and the second is sort and clean the data. Let's begin. By now, you should already have your company assignment. Go to nasdaq.com. That's NASDAQ.com. And in the search bar, type in the ticker symbol for your company. I'll use Sam Adams, and the ticker for Sam Adams is SAM. And then I will select the Sam Adams. It's the Boston Beer Company common stock. As you scroll down, you will see some information on Sam Adams. There are a lot of commercial and banners here, so if you want, you can clear those out. But this is pretty much what the Sam Adams stock page looks like. If you want some background on the company and a link to the website, you can find it here. Some news, all of that stuff is available right here on the page. Your next step is to go to historical quotes. It's located here on the left-hand menu under data and charts. Once you click on historical quotes, you'll slide down a little bit and you will see the table of historical quotes. Your next step is to click on the word max, M-A-X. And this will get you all of the stock data for Sam Adams since the beginning of its trading on the NASDAQ, or at the very least, the last 10 years. Afterwards, click Download Historical Data and save the data. Use a name that you can recognize. Notice how it downloads it as a CSV file. From here, we're going to open the CSV file, which should automatically launch Microsoft Excel. Here is our Samuel Adams stock data. You'll be using the data for your specific company, but it will have date in the first column, the closing price, the volume, the opening price, high and low. We can delete opening price, high and low just by clicking on the columns, D, E, and F. I clicked and dragged, but you can do it individually. And then what you want to do is right click and delete. If you have a Mac, I believe right click is two fingers tapped on your touchpad. Otherwise, you can click on this delete button and that will delete the columns. Now that we've deleted these columns, let's go here and make a little room for ourselves so we don't see those nasty hash marks. Okay, now that we have some room, we want to sort this data first. We need to sort column A, oldest to newest. So we'll get the oldest date on top. We will expand the selection so it includes all three columns. And now we have the oldest date on top, which is November of 2014. Your date may be a little bit different. But here we have the oldest date on top. And now we are going to go to July 1st, 2017. Click on the number 2 in the row heading here. Click and drag all the way down, highlighting all of these fields until you get to July 1st, 2017. Okay, now notice how there is no July 1st, 2017. That's because July 1st and July 2nd of that year landed on a Saturday and a Sunday, and the stock markets are closed on a Saturday or Sunday. You'll see this as you look at the data. Every 5 days, it skips 2 days. Those 2 days are the weekend. In some cases, like July 4th, the markets also close. So notice how we go from July 3rd to July 5th, July 6th, 7th, then the weekend, 8 and 9, and then back to work on Monday, July 10th. Anyway, so in this case, we will highlight the top row, I'm sorry, the second row all the way down to June 30th, 2017. And over here, there is a delete button. We are going to click this delete button and delete all the cells so that the very top line of data is July 3rd, 2017. All right, so that's our start point. Our end point is June 30th, 2022. So we're going to scroll all the way down to June 30th, 2022. Here it is. That's the last date of our set. We are going to use the same dates for everything. That's July 1st, 2017 to June 30th, 2022. You might want to write that down if your memory is faulty at times. Anyway, click on this, click and drag all the way down to the very, very bottom. And the last date should be today's date. Click on delete right over here and delete everything. If you click the delete button on the keyboard, it will only clear out the contents. And if you do that, you have to then kind of resort everything. So it's much easier to click the delete button. We need to save this now, but we want to save this as an Excel file and not a CSV file. So when you go to save your file here, click on File, Save As, and I'm going to call this Excel DSS project. And from here, you can put your company name, or you can put your username or your last name or whatever you want. But you want to save this as something else. And then you also want to save this as an Excel workbook .xlsx. Okay, make sure you save it as an Excel workbook. Click Save.